Necromancy changed a lot about the value of boss drops since its release, and so in this video we're going to go through the most profitable bosses currently in the game for you to hunt right now. This is going to be for the people who are looking to make as much money as possible, where to focus their efforts to actually achieve that. Now before we do get started, I want to give a lot of credit to the PVME Discord. I used their boss revenue list here to help me make this video, and it has saved me a ton of time in terms of research, and so they will be linked in the description as always when I use anything from their server. It's honestly a super useful place to grab any sort of PVM information, so join it anyway, take advantage of it. There's a lot of stuff on there. That being said, let's go. Before we start, there's a couple of things that you have to take into account before watching this video, and that is one, you will have to use a little bit of like just common sense and whether you can kill the bosses at a faster rate or a slower rate. I'm going to be going for a higher sort of number of kills, probably kills that I personally could expect to hit myself, and even then that's with like really trying to get as many kills per hour as possible, and then you'll just have to adjust that to yourself. If you can't quite hit that number, then drop it down a little bit and adjust the GP rates, and if you think you can do way better, then just put them up a little bit and adjust the rates for that too. Also, you'll have to just go with me and assume that you are going on perfectly average luck the whole way through. No dry streaks, no super lucky streaks. These GP rates are as if you went 100% on the average drop rate, because there's no other way to work this out, so that's how we're going to do it. Okay, let's talk about the bosses. We're going to start off with the brand new badass boss in the game, and that is going to be Rasal. Now Rasal you can kill really quick. In fact, people are getting around about 1 minute kills here still, and this is pretty damn impressive. This boss drops the Necromancy tier 95 gear, and of course that's going to be pretty damn valuable and high in demand, especially still right now while everybody is reaching those points in the game. Necromancy is by far the most popular style, of course, no surprises there, and so the value of the gear has absolutely held out. If you are getting kill times of around about 1 minute to 1 minute 10 seconds at this boss, you can probably expect to do somewhere between 30 and 33 to 35 kills per hour. This is including banking time and including the time it takes to set up a kill by like conjuring your stuff and using your abilities before you enter the actual fight. So there's a bit of pre-setup, and there's obviously a pretty quick kill. That being said, if you are reaching the 30 to 33 kills per hour mark, then you are going to be looking at around about 100 million GP in terms of profit per hour at this boss, assuming you don't go insanely dry here. If your drop rate is average on what you would expect, then you are looking at around about 100 million GP per hour. That's pretty damn impressive for a boss that has a just over 1 minute kill time. Not too bad. Following on from Rasal, we have Rature, the old dinosaur that drops the great ricochets that everybody loves, and this boss actually hasn't really been affected all that much. The GP rate here is still similar to what it was before, and I assume this is because while the greater ricochet and the greater chain have dropped in price slightly, you can get a lot more kills per hour now because of Necromancy. Now, Necromancy allows you to skip Rature pretty consistently, in fact very consistently with a bit of practice, and personally I've been getting around about 2 minutes and 5 second kills on average. Now the PVME Discord shows Rature at around about 84 million GP for 20 kills an hour. However, if you are pool skipping and are getting around about 2 minute kills, you can probably push this up to about 25 kills, and then you got to take into account banking and setting up for kills and stuff, so 20 to 25 kills an hour is definitely not unreasonable to expect if you are pool skipping. So you would probably be able to push your profits up by quite a bit here, reaching between 90 to 100 million GP an hour if you are being able to pool skip. Otherwise, you are probably looking at around about 84 mil an hour, as this would mean 2.5 minute kills, 3 minute kills, and then of course, depending on your kill times and how many kills you can get, adjust from there. But it's quite nice to see that even though Necromancy has dropped the prices of non-Necromancy items, we're actually still pretty damn good GP per hour. Next, I wanted to talk about Kerapac. Now, we're going to actually talk about normal mode and hard mode in this because I think they're both worth mentioning. Normal mode right now, if you're actively killing it, you are looking at around about between 30 and 40 million GP per hour depending on your kill times. It is still insanely good money to do normal mode Kerapac, and it is a hell of a lot easier now with Necromancy as well. These kills, you fly through them, and they aren't that difficult, seeing as you have the new defensives darkness and you have the ghost as well, and the damage you output just makes it super quick. All of this combined with the fact that the Book of Jazz and the actual Great Concentrated Blast Codex are still very valuable. The Jazz book is increased in value. This is a very valuable normal mode boss to actually camp. Between 30 and 40 mil an hour is crazy for a normal mode boss. So for anybody who is a lower level PVMer wanting to practice stuff and also wanting to increase your bank size a little bit, this could be definitely a nice place to check out. As for hard mode though, if you are hitting the 3 minute to 3.5 minute mark here, you are going to be looking at over 100 million GP per hour. PVME estimates that if you are hitting 16 kills an hour, you're looking at about 120 million GP. That's crazy. That is insane. Obviously, this is accounting for the fact that you don't go dry like me, because my log here is absolutely vile, considering most of these kills here were in a solo. But anyway, we'll stop complaining about that and let's move on to the next boss. For these next bosses, we'll just have to adjust the kill times to kind of suit where we would sit, because these bosses are very difficult bosses and your timing is going to be very different depending on how much experience you have. I personally will not be reaching very near what the PVME times are set to, because I'm just not that experienced with these bosses, and likely many of you guys will be the same. But we can look at it and still take it as a guide and kind of expect that we can, if we practice and put a time in, get to these numbers. We're going to start off with Zamarra. Now, it's 0% enrage. If you can get 15 kills an hour, you're looking at around about 60 million GP per hour. It's 0% enrage. That's absolutely crazy. Not too bad at all. Obviously, if you drop this down a couple of kills, you're still looking at around about 50 mil an hour. So for something that is not all that difficult to do, and you can take the time off of it a little bit, that's really damn good. Once you reach 100% enrage though, your profit per hour jumps up significantly. They're expecting you to get around about 430 to 5 minute kill times and 12 kills an hour, reaching over 100 mil at 114 million GP per hour. That's pretty damn impressive and kind of makes me want to practice Zamarra a little bit more. I really should, to be fair, but I just suck at this boss so freaking much. As you move up the enrages though, apparently you can reach up to around about 160 mil an hour if you are getting 4 kills at 2000 enrage every single hour, which is impressive and very, very high skill. So obviously, if you're looking for this much GP every single hour, you're going to have to be a pretty damn good PVMer. Moving on, we have Hardmode Zook. Now, the PVME estimates that you should be doing around about 3.5 kills every single hour here. They are expecting around about nearly 40 million GP a kill. So if you just round that down to 3 kills per hour, so 20-minute kills, you're looking at nearly 120 mil an hour here as well. Still 117 mil every single hour if you can get 3 kills per hour, which means if you drop this down by just 1 kill, you're still looking at almost 80 million GP, which is still impressive. Like very, very impressive for 2 kills every single hour. God damn, that's crazy. I have only done up until this date 1 Hardmode Zook run, so maybe it's time to start pushing this a little bit more. This could be a log that's worth completing for me next, as if I am going to be making this much money, I think it will be a pretty good time to learn. And finally, of course, we can't do this list without having Telos in there. After all these years, this guy still stands pretty damn high up on this value of money. However, it's worth noting that this is pretty much just at the highest enrage for getting uniques, which is 2,449%, and you're looking at getting 14 kills an hour here to achieve yourself 140 mil per hour. They are saying at this enrage that it looks around about 10 mil per kill, which is still impressive, and obviously this is not an easy challenge to do. 2,449% enrage Telos is one of the big challenges in the game, and something that I have not achieved at all. This is something I do want to achieve one day, so maybe eventually, one day maybe, who knows. I will put the time in to learn this. It would be nice. Probably needs to do this before it becomes an irrelevant boss, which it doesn't seem like it's going to happen for a while yet though. But if you're achieving these kills and you're getting 14 kills an hour, 140 mil for just doing Telos over and over and over again, it's pretty damn good. Not too bad at all. Now, many of you guys are probably thinking, wait a second, you didn't include AOD in this list, as that is insanely profitable right now. Why? Where is it at? Well, I didn't include it in this list purely because 1, I am trash at AOD, and 2, I wanted to kind of just keep it towards solo bosses so that anyone who watches the video can just jump in and go ahead and do it. Whereas in AOD, you're going to be looking at being very, very efficient with this, and also in a group that's consistently getting super quick times. So a little bit more difficult to get into, but yes, AOD is insanely good profit right now. In fact, up there in the ranks of one of the most profitable bosses to do, I do believe. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, sub to the channel if you are new, and let me know in the comments as well. Which boss are you going to aim for now? If you've seen this video and you are thinking, hey, that's probably going to be my new target, let me know which one you're after. But other than that, I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.